Well, I'm actually looking a little bit tired today. I think mentally I'm tired, emotionally I'm tired. Every now and again I'm going to stick my head out of the frame to not smoke. I know YouTube gets a bit weird about these things, but they, yeah, so backstory. So 2015, I got locked up. I did some stuff that I'm not comfortable with. Goes against my moral beliefs. It's, yeah, it wasn't good regardless. It wasn't quite what they said it was, but regardless, it shouldn't have happened. So I got a 5-year sentence with 3 years extended license for threats to kill and ABH. It's the threats to kill that I got the big jail for. Yeah. With an EDS sentence, you used to do 2/3 of the 5 in my case, and then you'd be released. They changed that in 2015 to do 2/3 and then go for parole. And if you don't get parole, then you're released at the end of the 5, and then you do the 3 years on license. So I come in just after they changed the law. Nobody realised that they changed the law. I didn't know. They recalculated my dates half a dozen times for various reasons, like me messing around inside, all that fun stuff. So I got released at the end of 2018. Went back to work, did all those things, ended up back down in Cornwall, 2019. Met Nikki halfway through 19. Sort of round up together. It's complicated. There was like a weird crossover time for her, and like but we ended up together properly at the end of 19, and then we had the lockdown, all that jazz. It was good. It was alright. The lockdown was good for us. It was fun. We went out gold panning and stuff. It was brought an ambulance, so we converted it into a camper van, kind of. That kind of went really wrong. That was fun. It was good though. It was really good. So yeah, the ambulance was kept breaking down. The engine just kept dying. Like one time we tried to drive from Truro to Felixstowe, made it onto Dartmoor, halfway up the A30 there, broke down, and we were doing 6 miles in between fill-ups of water. We had to stop at every petrol station, every river, every puddle. It was good fun. It was brilliant. It was actually wicked. But we kept getting stiffed when we went to garages with it, which was no good. Anyway, I'm digressing, sorry. Fast forward a little bit. Nikki fell pregnant just after the lockdown with our first Barlock. He's a monster of a child. So that was 21. He was born 22. At the end of 21, I got locked up again. I got recalled. I got recalled officially for not staying where I was supposed to. There were some fuckeries in the middle of it as well. But long story short, I got recalled for not staying where I was supposed to because I was playing a technical game, and my first probation officer let me get away with playing a technical game. So as long as I wasn't staying where I wasn't supposed to and sleeping there, or as long as I was going home, I was okay. So I ended up going back to prison. When I went back to prison, I got in, and I was hoping it was going to be 28 days, like a short recall. But I ended up, inside of about 3 days, they come to me with paperwork saying that I owed them 608 days unlawfully at large. I thought, you've made a mistake here. I appealed it. They then sent somebody around I ended up they moved me from Norwich to Stockton, which is a proper security jail. There's nothing really going on there, which is fine for me. I like gym and library, that's all I need. But they sent somebody down from the Home Office, and they duly informed me, we've made yet another mistake. It's not 608 days. It's now actually 1,089 days, which equates to the 3 years that I was out, less a week. Yeah, not fun. The whole time I was in for nearly 2 years again by the time they released me. because of the extra days. So they released me just before what should have been my sentence end date. So that should have been the end of my sentence. They released me about a week before that. And the whole time I was in, because I missed Bardock's birthday, I missed his birth, I missed Nicky's birthdays, I missed a lot. But sorry, I'm just getting comfortable. It's yeah, the whole time I was in, every couple of weeks, every week, they come around and tell me, be able to go home soon, be able to go home soon, be able to go home soon. And I'm telling you, it ruined my brain. Before I went away, things were perfect. We had a little flat on the go, and it was nice. I got my head sorted, and like I was preparing myself mentally. Nicky was preparing herself mentally. Like, we were doing all right. We had like this, and it was this weird. The catalyst for like me getting my head straight was weird, because we brought a nice bit of beef one day in the week. We brought a big fillet of it was fillet steak, so it was tenderloin, and we cooked it up, and it was nice. It was lovely. It was one of the best meals I've ever had, and there was still a little bit of meat left over. I say a little bit, there was quite a bit left over, and I went to work the next day, and I was really looking forward to cooking with Nicky, and I thought, yes, all right, and we planned it, and I was going to cook. Finished work, went to the gym, and Nicky cooked. So she cooked the beef, made a nice stew with it. I was fuming because I wanted to cook with her, and I was upset. And I went to bed. I didn't eat any of it. I went to bed hungry. I did. I literally just went to bed, and I thought, nah, sod this. I'm going to bed. I don't want to, because I was upset, and I couldn't articulate that to her. And I regret not articulating it properly. I regret not telling her I was upset because I wanted to cook with her. I don't know if I did. Anyway, a couple of days later, I was at the gym, and I fell out with someone at the gym. I come home, and something silly happened, and it was the beef come up again, and then we went to, like, we were going to start arguing, because I was going to initiate an argument. There's no sugarcoating that. And I looked at her, and I thought, no. There was something that flicked in me. There was like a switch, and I thought, no. And I did. She was stood in the doorway to the kitchen. I stood in the kitchen, and I pulled her in, I give her a cuddle, and yeah, it was something flicked in my head. I thought, I'm not coming home and having an argument with you because I had an argument with someone at the gym. Because if it was that bad, I would have had a fight with that person at the gym. Like, it's not worth bringing that crap home. But yeah, it was good. And then we had a suspicious package delivered to the old address, and they arrested both me and Nicky for sending it to ourselves. Long story short, turns out it was a copper, and it was a hoax that was taken out of context, is the official party line. But they, I think we were one of 3 addresses that had packages delivered. It was a list of different Islamic terror organisations, soaked in formaldehyde, and it had like a paste inside of it. And from what I understand, the paste was cyanide powder or crystals at some point, but the formaldehyde that the letter had been soaked in had seeped through it, and where it had taken like weeks for us to pick that mail up, because we went down to Cornwall, because we'd moved back up to Suffolk by that point, it had sort of had time to turn into a paste, so nobody got ill. We ended up in hospital for a little while, and it was nuts. They searched the flat as well up here, and they found a hand grenade shaped object. It was a bit of trench art. I don't know. Nicky calls it trench art. It's a bookend, so it was on a piece of wood to like prop the books up and like stop books sliding and falling over. And yeah, they evacuated the cul-de-sac for that, but that was that all got dealt with, and that all got thrown away because nobody done anything wrong. But anyway, that was what led to me. When they investigated everything, that was what led to me going back to jail, because they said that I wasn't staying where I was supposed to. So yeah, Another 2 years inside, not good. I come home and met up with Nicky the first day and Bardock, and he peed all up my side inside of about 5 minutes of meeting him. I like to think he's marking his territory, but yeah, it was mad. I remember that. I remember because when I met him, it's one of the, like, I've got like about 3 or 4 memories that are like properly clear of like Bardock. And yeah, so he when I met him at the train station, because Nicky'd been showing him videos and pictures of me his whole life, and sort of he'd been hearing my voice over the phone because I didn't want to meet him in jail. Yeah, he looked at me like I was like, his little eyes went wide, and he was like, "Ooh." And it blew his mind. It was like he met a cartoon character or something. It was crazy. It was yeah. But I ended up moving back home after a couple of weeks of being out, because they made me stay at an approved premises, which is like it's not the same as prison, but it's like the next thing down. So they keep you in there 7 till 7, and you have to go back 3 times a day to sign in their little book to sort of say that you're in the area. They didn't like it because I lived so close to it, or like Nicky did at the time. I was going home every day. I was going home, spend an hour or so, then coming back, signing, going back, spend an hour or so, come back, signing. And that was what I was doing. And then moved back in, went back to work, all that fun stuff. And then everything went wrong at home. I wasn't home mentally. Social services were involved from the beginning of Nicky getting pregnant. It was like, I've never had a chance to, I still haven't, I never had a chance to be excited to be a parent. Never had a chance, because it was always stress. Everyone was always making me feel like I'm going to fail at it and I'm going to be bad, and it's going to be like, because the minute that I told probation, they were like, "Oh well, we've got less social services now." And then from the minute that they were involved, they were horrible. They were horrible. It's just threats. Anyway, so fast forward a little bit. 2023, Nicky falls pregnant again with Paragus this time, and yeah, I don't remember her being pregnant really at all. I don't, and it's horrible, because I was so not present, and yeah, she fell pregnant, and then middle of 24 she gave birth, and yeah, we had Paragus. I got a couple of clear memories of Paragus as well. Like I remember, like, the earliest one that I've got is I snatched him out of the crib. Nicky got up to take Bardock to the bathroom one night, and like, because we'd just gone to bed, and Paragus, like, she put Paragus in the crib thing that's like attached to the side of the bed, and he started to moan because he woke up a little bit, because Nicky used to sleep with both the boys on her chest, so he started to moan a little bit. So I flipped over, grabbed him, put him underneath my arm, like wedged my arm down the side of the bed so that my arm wouldn't move, and literally every 5 minutes I was waking up thinking, "Oh," just making sure I haven't crushed him with my arm. And yeah, then like, fast forward a little bit again, the next memory I've got of him is, I don't know, it must have been 4 or 5 months or something, and Nicky was doing that thing that you do where you put your fingers out and like baby will hold on to him, and like they'll have a little walk, like, and he was trying to do his little walk thing. And I remember he come over, because I come in from work, I think, or somewhere, and I've come back, and Bardock come and met me at the gate, and as we walked in, Paragus is like sort of walking over towards us with Nicky like holding her fingers up, like letting him walk along, and he was smiling and he was happy. And yeah, so after that, I won't talk too much about the things that led to Nicky being attacked at the house. So Nicky got attacked at the house. She ended up sustaining some injuries. We'd gone to the police a couple of times before and trying to like prevent it, and trying to like sort of I don't know what the correct way of describing this would be, because people people take it a kind of way when I talk about it, and like because I'm still fuming about it, I'm still furious. But anyway, she was attacked at the house on the Friday. Saturday comes around, and like I'm arguing with the people over the phone, and like everybody's threatening everybody, and she's thought, "Nah, sod this, I'm leaving." And she's picked Paragus up and like called Bardock to the door, and I've got him sort of, like, I'm getting him dressed, and as she's going towards the van, one of the neighbours has started filming us out of their window in the bathroom. Like, it was actually handy that they did. And I'm going, listen, we'll go to the police, we'll go to the police, we'll go to the police, I'll go to the police, I'll go to the police. Like, the police they don't help, they don't care. They're not good people, but they yeah, they broke the window on the van. I genuinely didn't mean to. I was stood in the doorway of the van, so the door was open, and like the door's on my right, Nikki and the boys were on my left, and like because I'm frustrated, like the door kept hitting me and it kept touching me, I'm pushing it away, and I ended up putting my I turned around, I've whipped round to like push it away, and I've gone bang, smash straight through the window with my hand. And I genuinely didn't mean to. As soon as I did, I knew that I'd fucked up. I knew that I'd made a big boo-boo. So I got on the bike and I left. Nikki got picked up by the police, just around the corner, because somebody had felt like the neighbour that was filming us, probably, I think, has phoned them. But then they took her to the hospital, and she yeah, we do like things privately that aren't the same as other people. We do stuff that's like I don't know, we're weird. We got a weird private life. So when she's gone to the hospital, she's got other marks on her that are from like consensual activity. Yeah, I'm gonna skirt around that one because it's not appropriate to be talking about. But we so they thought that I'd been hurting her. It's not a thing. But she yeah, then I got recalled, went back to prison. I was back in for nearly 2 years again. And when I was inside, I was working with a psychologist. I was doing loads of stuff. Like I was trying to do everything I could. But where I was at the Mount, it is the most corrupt. It's the only prison I've ever been to that's corrupt, properly corrupt. They the staff there convinced me to break up with Nikki because it's the best thing to do. So I tried breaking up with her. She said no, not until you say it to my face outside. I don't believe you. Whilst you're in there, your head's fried. So and she was right. I never wanted any of that. But that didn't work. So then I went back to the same staff and I was like, listen, it's not working. She won't let me leave. And they turned around and they were like, right, well, you're going to have to find a way of making her leave you. You know all the things you should and shouldn't be doing. And so I started pushing a little bit. And I upset her. And I don't know. I was diagnosed with Asperger's when I was a kid. So like I've got weird things going on in my head. Like I don't look at things the same as other people. My logic's completely different. And like my mental health's been bad anyway since probably 21 when I got recalled. Like my mental health's been atrocious since then. But we yeah. And then social services turned around and they 2 weeks before I got released, about 6 weeks ago, they turned around, took us to court, and they've taken the boys away. So they've put the boys in temporary foster care at the minute because they think that I'm dangerous to Nikki and the boys. I'm not. Anybody can be considered dangerous. I just, like, my logic's just not the same as other people's. So when I talk about things and when I describe things, I don't do it the same as other people. It's not, yeah, I don't know. But we yeah, we haven't spoken really since. We stopped speaking just before I come home. It's not good. Because I was arrested for the phone calls because they didn't know that I'd been told to do them, so they thought that I was just being a dick, and like they thought that it was malicious communication, so they tried to do me. They're still trying to do me for it. Like I'm still going through that at the minute. It's likely to be NFA because when I got told to do what I was told to do, I let my solicitor know. I let my OMU, which is like inside probation, I let people know what was going on so that like other people knew, and it wasn't just like I couldn't be accused then of doing it off my own back and then trying to make an excuse after the fact. I made sure, because I didn't know if it was the right thing, and it wasn't the right thing, and I messed up, and I shouldn't have allowed them to influence me, but I didn't know what to do because social weren't working with us. Social services just refused. Every social worker we've had has been really bad. They're just so anti-me because we've got such a conventional relationship. Nikki and we're like, I go to work, she stays home, cooks, cleans. It works. It's perfect. It works for us. Like, we both enjoy it. We go to Comic-Con, we go to the motorbike show, we go military show, we go everywhere and anywhere. Like, if the classic car thing's on, we'll go and watch that with the kids. Like, we don't even like cars. Like, neither of us are, but it's something to do with the kids. We go to the fair. Like, neither of us drink, neither of us do drugs. I smoke tobacco profusely, but that's the only thing that either of us do. So, yeah, it's, I don't know. We're, that's kind of the backstory of everything. When I come home though, because I wasn't allowed to go home, they give me a 28-day thing where I'm not allowed to speak to Nikki. It runs out on Sunday. But that's kind of what I've been doing. But like, I've also been almost convinced, and I'm still almost convinced, that the best thing for the kids might be for me to do what I've been trying to do. So I don't know. I'm just tired of all of these people. These people are they've pushed so much and put so much pressure on us. Like, we just want to be left alone. If we were left alone, we'd have been fine. Like, if they give us a chance, we'd have been fine. Like, I tried to say to them, listen, just give us an opportunity. Like, give us a chance to, like, let me try and fix myself and fix everything. Let me make everybody better. Let me help them to make themselves better. And like, it's like, as a family, we can succeed and like being normal family. But they just don't want to. They're not interested. What they want is for me to. That's what that's been their ultimate goal for a long time. They still might get it. Because we don't know where it's going yet. It's yeah, I don't know. I'm not a great person, but I'm not a bad person either. I have failed absolutely everything in my life so far, including being a parent. Hence the reason my boys aren't at home at the moment with my wife. Hence the reason that I'm not at home with my wife. Hence the reason that, yeah, I've failed so much. And like, I could have done so much more, like so much different. And when my license ended, I ended up out of a 5-year sentence, because technically I was given a 5-year sentence. I ended up serving an 11-year jail sentence through no fault of my own, for a mistake that they openly admit that they made. It rotted my brain. It's done so much damage to my mental health. And prison itself does damage to my mental health, because when I'm in there on my own. I don't fit in with anybody else because they're not like me. They're not normal people. I'm like, sans the issues that I've got going on with my mental health, and sort of, or I'm a little bit autistic, because technically Asperger's like type autism. But I forget about those. I'm a normal person. I go to work. Like, yeah, right, I struggle like with different things than other people, but whatever. Like, we make it work, and it's like Nikki and I, perfect team. She's phenomenal. Like, I come home on like a Thursday, and I'm so tired by Thursday that I'll sit on the back doorstep and I just can't even take my boots off, because I normally do 6 till 6 every day, and it's like sometimes I work weekends as well. Like, usually not that long over the weekend, usually sort of 6-8 hours, something like that. But it's yeah, Yeah, come Thursday. I'm so tired, I can't even take my boots off. She takes my boots off for me. She gets up an hour before me in the mornings, makes my breakfast, makes my lunch, sends me away. And I appreciate all of those things. It's like she was talking a little while ago about when I was ill. I come home from work and I don't remember. I don't remember being ill. I remember the day roughly because we was talking about it before, and I remember being really smiley at work and not understanding why I was smiling, and it was like I had like a chest infection going on, and it was just hypoxia where I ended up smiling all the time. It was weird, but it was like, yeah, ended up at home. I don't remember. She talks about she made me cookies when I was in bed, and brought me cookies, and I really don't remember them. I don't. It's yeah, she's good. She's good to me. She's been so good to me. She's such a good mum as well. Like, there's so much that like other people don't want to do, and they don't, like, people judge her for. So like chest sleeping, where she slept with babies on her chest. People say, oh no, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. If you roll over, listen, that girl don't move an inch when the kids are on her. She's semi-conscious, and if they wanted to feed, they could have a feed. It's she's always been in control of the house. She's always been the boss in the house. She's always been. I'm the big scary outside danger, like thing that everyone outside looks at as the danger, but she's like, and I'm the face of the family, like, for want of a better expression, when it comes to like being in charge. But I'm not. She's like, I ask her when it comes to like money. I ask her. So if I want to buy tobacco, or I want to buy sweets, or whatever I want to buy when I'm at work, I'll make sure that it's okay. And then like, but we don't want for anything. It's it was good. There's been some bad times, but it's been good. And I think if I could go home, if I was allowed to have gone home to her and the boys, I don't think there'd have ever been any bad times, because I think I would have just gone home and appreciated the fact that I was there and it was done. And we were supposed to go to Venice. That was supposed to be when my license was finished. We were supposed to do a couple of weeks in Venice. And I've had it planned out mentally for years, and like, there were so many little things I wanted to surprise her with it, and it's she only broke up with me because she broke up with me a couple of weeks before they decided they were going to do the court proceedings. So about a month or so before I got out. But she only broke up with me because social services literally threatened her to do so. They said, listen, if you don't do it, we're going to take kids. If you don't do it, we're going to take kids. And because they didn't believe her, they still took the kids. And yeah, hopefully we'll get the kids back. I don't know if I'm going to be there for it. And I think there's a good chance that I won't be there for it, because yeah, I don't see many options. It's not okay. What they've done is not okay. We don't even smack the kids. Like, we're both good parents. We're both alright. And I don't say many positive things about myself, but I think that I'm an okay dad. Like, there's things that I've made mistakes with. It's like Bardock used to come and sit on the back step with me and drink tea, and like, we'd sit there and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Like, you drink tea and I'll have coffee, and like, we just watch the world, and like, watch the birds, sit there on the back step. And but then I'd want to fag, and I'd invariably shoo him away, and I'd be like, no, Nicky, come and get him, Nicky, come and get him. Because I'd want to fag, and I wouldn't want it too close. God, Jesus, like, you think, when I was a baby, your mum would be breastfeeding you and then like drop fag ash on you and knock it off your belly. It was a different time, and like, we were all fine. So I regret. Like, I could have sat there for hours and not had a fag. Who cares? Who cares? Cigarette, who cares? But yeah. And like, not being there for pretty much any of Paragus' life is, for both of them, not being there. There's a lot that I regret, but yeah, I don't know. I just want to go home. I want to go home and fix things. Hopefully, maybe. But it's likely well, I don't know.